To create a new road course, you can use the Add New Course button on the toolbar to the left-hand side of the main dashboard, or you can click New Course at the top of the My Road Courses dashboard. You can then add the course name, date, distance, and other information. Once you click Save, you'll be taken to the My Road Courses dashboard, where your new course is now created. Throughout the process of completing a road course, the status will update to show you which form you need to complete next. To get started on the pre-measurement calibration, you can either click the plus button under the calibrations panel, or you can click directly on the text in the status column that says Next Pre-Calibration. First, input the date of this measurement, and then if you'd like to use a calibration course that you've previously created on the site, you can select it from the list of available courses. This will fill in all the information from that calibration course, so you won't have to input the course length, the unit of measurement, or any other information. If you'd like to use a course that's not in the system, select Course Not in the System from the Calibration Course Used option, and then fill in the calibration course length and unit of measurement. And you can input the certification code of a calibration course not in the system. Next, before you start inputting your ride count information, it's important that you select the number of digits on your bike counter. This will be used by the system to figure out if your counter has rolled over to 0 during a measurement count. When you're entering the start count and the finish count for each ride, the difference between those two counts will be calculated on the right. When you input the finish count, it will automatically populate the start count of the next ride. If you make a mistake on any of these rides, you can always ignore one of them and add a new ride down below. The box to the right of your ride count table will calculate the average count among all rides, and you can input the time of day and the temperature for that measurement. Once you've finished inputting all your ride data, the working constant will be calculated down below. You can select your working constant in either counts per kilometer or counts per mile. Keep in mind that when you complete the post-calibration later, the finish constant will be forced to be in the same units as the working constant. Click Save. Back at your road courses table, you'll now see a pen icon under your calibrations column. This means that your pre-calibration is now editable. You'll also now see a plus icon under your measurements column. You can either click on that plus icon or click Next Measurement 1 to start inputting your layout ride measurement data. After inputting your start of ride conditions and end of ride conditions, you'll select the specifications for how you are going to complete this measurement. You can either measure the course from start to finish or from finish to start. You'll input the number of digits on your bike counter, and you can specify the intervals in either kilometers, miles, or both for which you want to record your counts. If you wanted to record your counts for every mile and every kilometer, input 1 and 1 for both of these boxes. Once you're finished with these specifications, click Generate Measurements Table. In the first row, under the Recorded column, you will input the starting count for this measurement. The following rows for your recorded count will be calculated and filled in. The next column will show you the interval, which is the difference between each split. The elapsed count shows a running total count. In this case, this means that at the 5K split, when we've reached the end of the course, we will have elapsed 49,274 counts from the starting count, which in this case is 34,274. You can see that the counter rolled over. This means that the counter's maximum number was surpassed, and the counter began again at 0. Since we input the number of digits on our counter, the system calculated this for us so that there weren't any confusing calculation mistakes. To the right of the elapsed column, you'll see a plus icon for every split. Clicking on the plus allows you to add an intermediate split. This can be for a reference point or a turnaround point. If that point occurred between the 1 and 2 mile splits, click the plus icon on the 1 mile split. Input the count, and then on the left you can select kilometers or miles to see what point in the course that point is at. You can also add a note to specify why you are adding this intermediate point. When you reach the end of the course, in this case the 5K split, the count on your bike counter should read 34,274. If it is slightly different, input the number on your bike counter into this final split in the recorded column at the bottom row. Once you're all set, click Save to move on.